up? Happy Monday. We're back again with another live stream. This one is going to answer a lot of questions for mostly guys. So a lot of guys actually ask me this question. So I want to bring this to your attention today. Talking about genetics, good genetics, bad genetics, everything about genetics. Today's live stream is going to be tailored towards mostly guys, as I said, that are concerned, you know, on if they have the potential to grow the muscle that they think they can, or if it's a waste of time for them to even try. All right. And you're going to get a really, really bit like it's going to be kind of like a weird perspective because I'll be honest with you guys and girls. I really hate answering this question, not because it's like a bad question to ask. All questions ask me a question, that's fine, sure. But it's so generalized, like you can't just say, and even for myself, even like I can't just say like I've got good genetics, or you can't just say I've just got good genetics because that question, like when you ask it, pertains to so many things. All right, so before we dive into it, all right, I'm going to give some guys and girls a minute or two or five to join the chat over here. I'm going to send out some invites. Also, I will pin the chat here on Insta so we can get them to know what we are talking about. And I won't be going live with anybody. Harvey, what's up? Vidi, Prince Arthur, I see y'all, right? I won't be taking anyone live. TikTok, you heard me. All right, you know what's up? I see you guys and girls. So hang tight. I'm just going to send a couple of invites. Give me a minute. Give me, not even a minute. Give me like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Going to send some invites out. Get some people to join the chat so we can have a meaningful discussion and get the ball rolling. Because honestly, this is a question I know a lot of guys have. This is a question I know that when answered will help a lot of people, to be honest with you. All right, just got to get some people over here on TikTok, and then I'm going to invite some folks on Facebook, and then we will get rolling. David, what's up, buddy? I see you. Let me know how your day is going when you join, eh? Harvey, I'm talking to you too. Let me know how your day is going when you join as I send out a few invites to a couple of people so that they can actually get this question answered. And hopefully I can help out as much people as possible today, as I try to do every day. All right? Boom. And lastly, I'm going to invite some folks on Facebook. All right. 15 more seconds, people. 15 more seconds. All right. Got some people rolling over there. All right, cool. Cool. Hey, what's up? Hey, my day's going great. I see you, bro. I'm glad you're having a great Monday. Hey, bestie. I see you. What's up, TikTok? My day is all right, man. I'm chilling. I had a killer leg day earlier this afternoon. I'm still feeling it right now. I'm in pain. Harvey's like, my day is great, enjoying the weather. Fuck yeah. It's Canada. We get hot out here now. It's crazy. People say it's like so fucking cold. Leroy, what's good? Let me know how you're doing, man. All right. I'm good. How you doing? Let me know how your day is going, guys and girls. All right. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know how your day is going. We're going to chat a little bit, and then we're going to dive into the meat and potatoes of today's topic. Do you have good genetics? What does that question even mean? And we're going to dissect everything around how I honestly answer that question, because I get that question asked to me a lot. So a lot of people come up to me like, yo, Matt, like you're 23, you're a natural bodybuilder, you look fucking ridiculous, you've got great genetics. And I'm like, okay, absolutely, like they're giving me a compliment, so like fucking love you, like that's dope. But you know, when they ask me the question for themselves, they're like, but do I have good genetics? It's like asking someone to look into the future, and you're gonna understand what I mean by that in a couple of moments. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. I'm from Canada. That's your answer there on TikTok. All right. Prince Arthur's like, I just got home. I'm cooling off right now. Cool off, bro. Tune up. If you got any questions or comments, drop them as we go along. All right. So let's get it started. Let's talk. All right, guys and girls, let's talk. Okay. So the first thing that I was sort of relating to or talking about when it comes to like people asking or just having that question, do I have good genetics? Well, I understand that when they ask that question, it's based off of mostly the looks, right? Like, do I like when they're talking about genetics, like they're talking about how I can look while training or what training can do for me when it like affects me, right? But to be honest with you, to answer the question of good genetics, it has almost nothing to do with like what you currently look like right now, which is weird because you look at me and say Matt's got good genetics, and I'm not sure if you'd be wrong. Like you probably would not be wrong with that. But when I look at you and you're not like ripped or in condition or anything, I still can't say you don't or do have good genetics. Like I can't, because you can look the way that you look right now, train for maybe 5, 6, 7 years, and then in 6, 7 years, whatever, even 3 years, a year even, you look amazing. But when I saw you the year ago, before you were seriously training, eating properly, all that stuff, I could have assumed you didn't have good genetics just because of the way you looked, right? So when we're talking about genetics, it's more of like an intrinsic thing. It's something that, like, once you already put in the work, you start to see afterwards. I can't assume you have good genetics if you know, just look good right now. Maybe you were born and you look like pretty fucking amazing, but you train your ass hard for the next 6 years, 10 years, and you look the same. I mean, the person still looks great, but they don't have the ability to improve, right? So would you consider that to be good genetics? Personally, I wouldn't. Because if I'm looking at it, and this is just my personal opinion, having the ability to constantly improve, having the ability to stay away from injuries while still training intense, having the ability to like progress in every field, still have a crazy appetite when it comes to eating, have a natural production of hormones that favor growing muscle. Like those are all amazing things that I would consider you like that. That's good genetics. It's not just when I look into the mirror, does he have a big chest? Does he's got big arms, big legs? Like it's not about the image per se. It's about the functionability of the body, in my perspective, in my opinion, right? So also just to make it a little bit more, just to make it make a little bit more sense to you guys and girls, it's like, what do you mean by good genetics? Like, what do you mean by good genetics? Like, there's good genetics for bodybuilding, okay, where it's favorable to have larger, fuller, more developed, rounder muscle bellies. There's good genetics for swimming, having a more slender physique, right? Allowing you to just tread through water easily, having slow twitch muscles as opposed to fast twitch muscles so that you can actually do the endurance with swimming or even marathon running, being extremely thin, having lighter bones. Like, what is good genetics? Good genetics can apply to so many different facets, guys and girls. Like, good genetics is it's like an umbrella term. Because if you're talking about bodybuilding, yeah, most of you guys are probably asking in that, you know, in respect to that. Do I have good genetics to build a big chest? Do I have good genetics to build, you know, amazing arms, nice shoulders, legs? Do I have amazing genetics for the musculature of a bodybuilder? Tyson, what's up? Right? The same question, if I was still wrestling, because I used to wrestle, for you guys and girls that don't know, do I have good genetics to be a successful wrestler? Well, to be honest with you, there are fast twitch muscles and slow twitch muscles. Fast twitch muscles are good for putting on muscle, not necessarily in terms of endurance, but slow twitch muscles are excellent for endurance, right? Marathon running, swimming, track, anything like that. Football, soccer, when you're using your endurance, slow twitch muscles are idolized. They're better. You will have enough energy to sustain doing that sport, which is why those people that do those sports are not incredibly massive, which is why those people that are doing those sports, Epra, what's up? Gracie 94, you know what's happening. Those people are not extremely massive. They don't have bulging muscles. Would you say that they have bad genetics? No. They have good genetics for their specific sport. Okay? But they would have horrible genetics for bodybuilding. So when people ask the question, Matt, do I have good genetics? I sit there and I look at them, I'm like, honestly, I don't know. Because you can look the way that you do right now, train, eat properly. 3 years from now, you look fucking amazing. And now I look at you and say, oh, wow, you have amazing genetics. Like 3 years ago when I saw you, you didn't look like shit. And I could have assumed you had bad genetics. So again, as I said, it's an intrinsic thing. It's something that you sort of see after you put in the work. All right, so it's not just looks. It's not just like bodybuilding genetics. You know what I'm saying? It's not just bodybuilding genetics. I see you, Leroy. Hope you're using sugar in that cream of rice. All right? You can have great genetics for basketball. That's being tall, having a long reach. Doesn't mean you'll be successful as a bodybuilder because those genetics will be horrible for bodybuilding. To have longer arms, longer limbs, that's more muscles to fill out, more food to eat, more weight to lift with a larger range of motion. Same with powerlifting. You can have super long legs, super long arms, You'd be amazing at the deadlift with your long arms. But when it comes to bench, it's going downtown. It's taking fucking years to go down and go back up because you've got long arms. As opposed to someone with short arms, short legs, it's like 1 inch and 1 inch, and that's it. Powerlifting. Amazing genetics for powerlifting is having short limbs. And bodybuilding, you can say. Right? But not for basketball. Simply put, that good genetics term is it's like an umbrella term. You feel me? And it shouldn't be isolated only to bodybuilding. Right? So when people ask me that question, I'm like, Matt, do I have good genetics? I mean, it depends on what you're doing. And if you train towards that goal, your genetics might, like, as they start to reveal themselves, you may reveal certain traits that your genetics has that can either make you good or not so good in whatever you're doing. All right, and guys and girls, don't be afraid to drop comments. Don't be afraid to drop questions, things like that. I'll answer them at the end of the live stream, no problem. All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was stress. For those of you guys and girls that don't know, when you are stressed out, your brain will secrete cortisol. Cortisol, just to leave it simple, you don't want cortisol. Cortisol is what makes you stressed out. It's like that restless feeling. You just feel kind of tense and angry all the time. It takes away from your appetite. It fucks with your sleep. And of course, we know we grow in our sleep. We grow muscle in our sleep. Our whole entire body does most of the functioning when we're in our sleep. And if you're not getting a quality, amount of sleep, and your cortisol levels are spiking, you're not going to have that much good luck with any kind of training, with whatever sport you're going to do, because your body is going to be in a state where it's often rejecting progress when it comes to physical activity. All right, so having good genetics is also, and this is actually, you can look this up afterwards, is also managing stress properly. Like, some people just genetically can, you can slap me in the face and I just won't get as mad. I can slap you in the face and you will not stop thinking about it for 3 fucking months. And that, believe me, that trait is, that is a genetic trait. You can say it's learned, it's taught, and all that stuff. It is to an extent. But the way that you manage stress, the way that your brain just computes it, is a genetic trait. Okay, so it's not just how things look, how the muscles appear, how fast you can run, how high you can jump. It's deeper than that. Okay, it goes also to appetite. How much can you eat? How much water can you drink? How fast is your metabolism? How slow is your metabolism? And with those variables, how can that actually help you get to a point where you need to be with whatever goal it is that you aspire to achieve? It's all relative to those variables and those goals, right? Your response to intense training. Like, I personally, guys and girls, not to brag, because I'm 23, I'm natural. I was squatting 405 pounds on a barbell for reps today. Ask to the grass. You can ask the whole gym. There's no need to cap. Better yet, I've got footage for you guys. That's coming on YouTube. Anyway, I'm doing heavy-ass weight, and I train my legs 2 times a week, heavy as fuck. And I'm easily able to avoid injury while still training heavy and intense naturally. That is a genetic trait. Joints being strong as they are, or as weak as they are, being able to tolerate a certain amount of load and intensity on a consistent basis while growing muscle, specifically pertaining to bodybuilding, of course, because I'm not a basketball player or anything like that. That's good genetics. Even in basketball, the ability to jump up and down several times and not have the knee pain. Genetics. Of course, age is relative to it, but the way your body operates, it's genetics. Right? Like picture this too as well. As I mentioned earlier on, the duration of your training, like how long you've been training, is honestly your closest answer to the question that you have, which again will be answered differently for everybody because it depends on what sport you're doing, as I mentioned. Right? Having big arms, big chests, and big huge muscles, amazing for bodybuilding, horrible for basketball. Right? Being able to run 3,000 meters is amazing for marathon running, okay? But it's going to be horrible if you want to be a sprinter. You have slow twitch muscles. Sprinters have fast twitch muscles, okay? So on and so forth, depending on what you're doing. So talking about the duration of how long you've been training for whatever specifically you're training for, you will, in a way, find out if you have good genetics for what it is specifically you're doing, right? And even at that, it's not concrete set in stone because you're gonna have. I'm talking about collecting data, like years and years and years of like when people ask or tell me, Matt, you have good genetics. I'm like, I appreciate that, but like this is the beginning, right? As a bodybuilder, I've been training as a bodybuilder since 2017 November. This November makes 17, 18, 19, 20, 4 years. I've been training as a bodybuilder, which means eating the food that I need to eat, drinking the water, taking the supplements, training as frequently and as hard as possible for the last 4 years. And within that time, I was able to go from about 170 pounds, leanish, 60, 70 pounds, to over 200 pounds, still lean, in 4 years, naturally. Which would honestly look at that on paper and say, that's good genetics for bodybuilding, right? But we're going to wait. We're going to see. We're going to progress. Okay? And then when things start to unveil more and more, I'll learn more and more about myself. The same way you would for yourself, depending on whatever it is, whatever goal it is that you have when it comes to determining if you have good or bad genetics. All right, guys and girls? So that's it. That's all. I'm going to read some of the comments that I've got on Insta, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Then I'm going to dip out in like 6 minutes, all right? So I'm going to scroll through. And guys and girls, I appreciate each and every single one of you for fucking joining, eh? Like, seriously, it means a lot to me. You're giving me your ears, your time, your attention, your undivided attention. And I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. All right? Vinny, what's up? Tristan in the house. He's like, yes, we do. Ignorant. Make me laugh, man. Vinny says, 99% of people don't even know what genetics they've got. You've never trained/dieted to your potential, so you don't know your potential. Just my 2 cents, and your 2 cents are taken here and cashed out right now because that is fucking facts. A lot of people they haven't committed to their journey. Tyson, I appreciate the follow on TikTok. A lot of people haven't committed to the journey long enough to even, we'll say, unpeel the banana and fucking see what's going on inside. As I said, it's intrinsic. If you looked at me when I was fucking 13 years old, you'd be like, this skinny little fuck probably would be good for soccer. But because I applied myself in bodybuilding, gave myself the duration in terms of time training, and again, we're talking about, I did wrestling too. I was fairly okay in that, but it was more difficult for me than bodybuilding because I have fast twitch muscles. And it was harder for me to be a wrestler than it is for me to be a bodybuilder. Facts. And I didn't know that until I started to, again, in the right direction being bodybuilding for me, until I tried to actually peak and achieve my genetic potential in the right sport, right? So 1 year of wrestling, awesome. I finished second in Canada, cool. But 1 year of bodybuilding, I was best in Canada at 20 years old. So it's like, and because I won the nationals in 2018, right? And things like that, like it made sense to me. I was like, okay, well, I was good in this, but because of my genetics don't favor that, and they favor this more because I've got fast twitch muscles, small waist, larger shoulders, have the V taper naturally. I've got what you consider good genetics for building a lot of muscle in a lean fashion, right? That's just what happened for me. Like naturally, that's what happened. So I really do appreciate your 2 cents, Vinny, because that's fucking facts. Hey, Mello, I see. What's up? Bianca's in the house. What's up? Yeah. Bianca says, and I see you on Twitter. You know what's up. I see you. It's all love. Bianca says, true. I was just about to say that. It depends on what you were looking for when it comes to good genetics. As I was saying, basketball, being tall, having longer limbs, all that stuff is more favored. Football, being stocky but having fast twitch muscles, being able to hit hard, good genetics. That's what you want for that, right? Bodybuilding, big, round, huge muscle bellies wouldn't be optimal for soccer or basketball because that would slow you down, but that would be amazing for bodybuilding. Depends on what you're looking for and how you're applying yourself, how long you're applying yourself, and how, like, honestly, how integral you're being with that application. Are you skipping your workouts or eating your meals? Are you doing anything that could hold you back from expressing your full genetic potential? So I love that you said that. Priyan was good. Leroy's like, you kill me. You kill me, man. I'm going to read that. Gracie94 is like, it's all about consistency. All about consistency. Fuck yeah. Consistency is key. Absolutely. We know this. We know this, bro. Girl Preet, what's up? I see you. Prince Arthur says, I need to be taking notes. LOL, fuck yeah. Take your damn notes. Get your knowledge up. Let's go. Trey Love, I see you, dog. Leroy goes, bro, you explain good genetics so well. Amen. People make a presumption that they have bad genetics without putting in the work. Usually beginners and intermediate lifters, and that's facts. This is why I'm bringing it to them, because I know this is a question they always ask me. They ask me in real life, and they're probably thinking about it right now. Whenever they go around, like probably your page, look at your wheels, like, what the fuck? Like, this guy's got sick ass legs or whatever. They go to Matt's page or whatever, they're like, yo, this guy's like, whatever. They're going to assume they have bad genetics because they don't have what we have, but they don't know that we've been training for X amount of years. And not only just training, but eating our fucking meals, drinking our water, taking our supplements. Like, this is for them. As I prefaced at the start of the live stream, I says, this live stream is going to be for mostly the guys that asked me in the change room, Matt, do I have good genetics? So I love that you said that, because that one hit close to home. You know exactly what's up. Black Gina 19 was good. Grace CD's like, I'm bigger than you, brother. My nigga, get the fuck out of here. You're killing me, dog. I see you, fam. Okay. Bianca's like, cortisol is known as the stress hormone, even though there are a few hormones that can, be called stress hormones. Yes, I'll say cortisol is the king of stress hormones, just to keep it simple. And we're not going to dive too much into endocrinology today, because I'm not here to teach hormones to people. Matt, what's good? I see you. Leroy says, I wish I was over 200 pounds or even over 180 lean. Don't you worry about it, man. Shit's going to happen in time. Gurpreet, waiting for you to reply to your DM. Roger that, soldier. I got you. Don't you worry, baby. I got you, dog. Black Gina 19XX. Just came back from the gym, and I'm mad tired. Kill that shit. I think you sent me some videos. We'll peep them. That's solid. You know what's up, man. Keep getting that work, all right? No fucking excuses. I remember what you said last week. Hayden, what's happening? Gangway. The Band-Aid fucking phenom in the house. Already was good. I see you. Bianca also says, the reason that happens is because cortisol helps the body prepare for fight or flight or freeze, a reflex. Yes, it's typically what I would say a byproduct of, a spike of adrenaline, right? Leg day today, he knows it already. Monday and Thursdays, man. These guys are on International Chest Day for Monday, but not your boy. We built different, literally. Jakey, what's up? I see you. Bianca also says it increases the amount of adrenaline in the body to. I just said, like, yo, you're on my page. I'm gonna read that again though. It increases the amount of adrenaline in the body to help the muscles move more quickly, just in case you gotta run and save yourself. Short burst of energy. Yes, yeah. And you don't want to be producing a lot of cortisol unless you actually need to. Swelly Daniele, I see you. What's up? Dylan, what's happening? Montage, what's up? I'm gonna be reading some stuff on TikTok now, and I'm a little bit over time here, but it's all good. It's all good. I love y'all. And TikTok tends to have more random questions that don't pertain to like the title, but whatever. You guys gave me your time out of your day to drop something over here, so I'll answer your question. What's up? Yo, hello, Marcellus. What's good? Sam, what's up? Sam says, you look big, bro. I like your beard. Can you name a footballer? Fucking Ronaldo. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Doc. You cool. Aziz, are you Muslim? Yes. Born Muslim. Yes. Tyson says, true. Dorian Yates at 21 looked pretty average. Absolutely. And for those of you that don't know, Dorian Yates ended up being the 6-time Mr. Olympia champion. Mr. Olympia is like the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. And at the start of his journey, he looked like shit, looked pretty average. But as he applied himself over years and years, and of course, like, used PEDs, he was able to unveil what his physique truly had, because that's intrinsic. You can't just look in the mirror and say, I've got good genetics. Like, you can't see your metabolism. You can't see your brain secreting hormones. You can't see any of that shit, right? But you can see your physique, and I can understand that that's why you look at that and use it as a main pillar of conviction when it comes to whether or not if you have good genetics, right? That's what we mean by that. I guess the question is, do we have the potential to grow as much muscle as you, man? Yeah. Everybody can grow muscle, but the amount of muscle, what the variables that would give you the answer for that are all the things I mentioned earlier: your appetite, your ability to train really hard consistently, and still be avoiding injuries. Again, strong joints. Your clavicle setup, the way your shoulders and your waist is in terms of ratio, genetic. You can't change that, right? You can still build muscle and be the best version of yourself, but you cannot change your bone structure, right? So it depends on what you're doing. Again, what sport it is that you even aspire to compete in. that your genetics might or might not be favorable for. As I said, for wrestling, as I used to do it back in the day, I was good at it, but I was great at bodybuilding because my genetics favor bodybuilding more than freestyle wrestling. All right. Homie over here says, hello, Cheese Whiz, LOL, don't kill me. Match, what's up? I see you. Hey, homie's like, what are you talking about? You can read the title, that's fine. You're not Canadian, something, that's his name. He's like, I'm excited to go on my first date, bro. So excited. Good luck, bro. Do your thing. CJ Max Sharp, hey, what's up? You Raj, what's up? I see you. Mr. Canadian, have good luck on your date. I appreciate the follow. Yuvraj, hey. Young Expert 5, what's up? Gucci, I'm not reading that comment. PG-13. Young Expert 05, do you know Bobby Conn, the bodybuilder? Not personally, but I've heard the name. Teddy 106, what's up? Hey, I see you. Shrieking CP3. Cliff Paul. Get the talking about basketball and all that. No, I can't even. Yeah, no rage, Gia. I appreciate the follow. Snowy, yo. What's up? Toy Cars, yo. I see you, people. Nothing but love, people. It's nothing but love. All right? Nothing but love. Bianca also says, but when we don't, the excess cortisol and the adrenaline stays in the body and wreaks havoc when we don't work it out. Exactly. You don't want an excess of cortisol. You don't even want to be producing that shit. You want to be safe. You don't want to have to fight or flight with, play with adrenaline in that sense. I play with adrenaline under heavy ass fucking weight, but not in the sense that I'm going to be producing cortisol. Original D, what's up? Deshaun, you know what's up? I see you. Rara Taboo Health, what's up? All right, people, that's it. That's all. We will be back again tomorrow with another live stream. Black Goku, I see you. We are peacing out. You can watch the replay. But yeah, I hope this one was really informative. I hope this one helped you guys and girls, mostly the guys that asked me the question, understand what it means to have good genetics, bad genetics, or what the fuck the question even means, how you can apply it to yourself. I hope this one put you in a realistic state of mind, but I also don't want this to deter you from actually, achieving your goals. Because the only way to ever find out is to put all the work in consistently for a long period of time and collect data as you do it. And Bianca, my day is going fucking amazing. Crushed my legs earlier today. About to go eat a whole fucking storm right now, thanks to my genetics. And then I'm going to go relax. All right, Michael, I appreciate the follow. I see you guys and girls. That's it. That's all. We will be back again tomorrow. You feel me? Peace and love. Later, Insta. Later, TikTok. Later, Facebook. Later, Twitter. Later, YouTube. We out.